If you are a business owner and you own that business by yourself, or you're thinking about starting a business by yourself, pay attention. There are so many people on social media that's telling you that, hey, go get an LLC. I can show you how to transfer that into a trust. I can show you how to go buy a shelf corporation, go get EIN only funding, and all of those things with an LLC. But here are the things they are not telling you. Number one, whenever you go get an LLC, you are automatically classified as a disregarded entity, which means that the LLC is only recognized by the state and not recognized by federal statute. In other words, every single time that business needs to file taxes or whatever the case is, you as an individual are personally responsible for that business's income, losses, and deductions. And if you go look at your EIN document, your name is on it. So first of all, you have to understand that is the foundation of you starting that LLC. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the things that people are telling you. When people are telling you to just go get an LLC and then you can transfer all of the LLC's assets into a trust and somehow you're going to be personally protected, that is a lie. Because remember, the LLC is a disregarded entity. That means that you are responsible for the business's income, losses, and deductions, which means that whenever you apply for anything for that LLC, you more than likely have to personally guarantee the deal, meaning that you have to be the co-signer. A trust does not protect against your personal liability because why? There is a lien or existing debt that has you attached to it. The trust does not supersede that existing debt. And I want you to go ahead and understand that the trust's role is to protect against future claims, not existing claims. When personal guarantees are involved, that negates the whole purpose of asset protection because you cannot erase yourself from being personally attached when you actually personally guarantee the deal. And then there's the topic of, hey, whenever you go purchase real estate, go ahead and put all of the real estate underneath an LLC. Well, go back to the beginning. How did you acquire that real estate? Whenever you purchase that real estate underneath the quote unquote LLC, guess who had to personally guarantee that deal? That's you. Whenever you personally guarantee a deal, especially when it comes to real estate, you can't take that real estate and place it underneath a trust and somehow think that you are personally protected against anything that happens. You know why? Because you personally guarantee the mortgage. So if that mortgage is in default, guess whose assets they're coming after? Yours. The trust doesn't protect against existing deals. It protects against future deals. Now let's go ahead and talk about the shelf corporation that people are telling you, hey, just go buy a shelf corporation and somehow this is going to help you. What people are not telling you is that whenever you purchase a shelf corporation, you are purchasing a corporation that simply sat on the shelf. It has no business transactions, no bank account, no business transactions. None of those things are in place. So whenever you go purchase something for that shelf corporation, the bank is going to say, hey, how can you go ahead and pay me back? You don't have a history of doing business. Guess what they're going to require? A personal guarantee. You see where this is leading? Anytime that you personally guarantee anything, there is no personal protection for you. So whenever people tell you, hey, you got to have a certain credit score, that totally contradicts the idea of asset protection. Let's also talk about the idea that go get an LLC and make the trust or the shelf corp a member of the LLC. And somehow you are personally protected. Remember, when you first started that company, guess whose name is on the EIN document? Yours. Which means that whenever you go walk into a bank, it doesn't matter who's the member. Somebody is going to have to personally guarantee the deal. Whenever you start the business from a foundation where you are personally attached to it, the only way to remove yourself from it is A, get rid of the lien. Now, I want to go ahead and preference this by saying this. You can't just take something that has a lien on it and somehow transfer it, because what happens is there's going to be a due on sale clause or an acceleration of the note, which means you have to pay off the lien before transferring. It's not as simple as just transferring the debt to something else, because why? That lien will always be in place. If you're looking for a better strategy, here's the key. Whenever you structure your business as a corporation, according to the Internal Revenue Service, a corporation is seen as a person by itself. Whenever you open a business as a corporation, whenever that corporation goes to acquire debt, you're looking for a situation where the corporation doesn't need a personal guarantor. And whenever you have multiple corporations, those other corporations can actually be the guarantors for that main corporation. And then whenever you acquire assets and things of that nature in the corporation's name, you want to go ahead and get yourself a holding company that's also structured as a corporation. Let that holding company sit in a state like Wyoming or Delaware, where it conceals your personal identity from the public. And it also has a lot of tax advantages. And once you get that holding company in place, then you place that holding company into a trust. You see where we are going? Because whenever you get an EIN for a corporation, guess what happens? Your name is nowhere on that document. In closing, here is the thing. If you are intrigued, enticed because someone drives a certain type of car, because they live in a certain type of house, or because they've done business with celebrities, then you are actually being led by materialistic things that don't add value to your life. Never follow anybody who hasn't been where you're trying to go. Never take advice from anyone who hasn't accomplished the things you're trying to accomplish. When people don't lead with truth, when people don't lead with factual information, it can be very misleading. It's going to end up costing you dearly. If you need more help on learning how to structure your business properly, or how to build a legacy, how to go secure funding and never have to use your social, visit my website, www.macenterpriseconsulting.com. We can help. Schedule a consultation. Purchase my masterclass. I actually have it on sale right now for the holidays. Purchase the Legacy Builder, where I can show you how you can have an operating company, a parent company, a real estate investment trust, a holding company, and you can do business-to-business transactions and never have to use your social to go ahead and get funding. We can do all of those things for you. Hey, make sure that you understand this. You are only as good as the information you allow yourself to be consumed with. Peace. Have an amazing day.